to every community, not just mine. I always have to start home, because if you don't start home and get home right, then no one else is gonna believe you to get their community right. So I want to be that person that communities can reach out to for advice and help in the shaping of their youth, of their high school, of their community, of their just any and every leverage you can think of, any gateway. So I figure Yard Talk brand in 5 years being a gateway for a lot of kids and a lot of teens to have access to their dreams.
Now, I know you talk about yourself being the vice president, but tell us a little bit about the president.
My best friend for half my life, Jaleel Thurman. He's a graduate of Lindblom High School in the inner city of Chicago, Illinois. He's straight out of high school, academically smart, top of his class, president of his high school, homecoming king, you name it. He was that guy. Went to V State, home of the Trojans. He graduated president of his class. He's president of his chapter with Omegas.
Okay.
Yep. He's he puts his heart, sweat, tears in the Yard Talk every single day. We talk every day about the brand. He's on the road driving from Virginia to Alabama, back to Virginia to work one day, then going to Florida. So he's dedicated. This is not something that he just, I'm going to put a little effort into it and see if it pans out. He's stuck with it from day one. You know, his face is the brand. You see me now, but that's in 5 years, that's who you're going to see on the main stage.
Okay, I know you do a lot of events. What types of events do you have upcoming, not only in North Carolina, but do you have any going on in other states?
Yes, actually, the end of the month, we're going to Chicago to kind of talk more on our Chicago public high schooling, the 12 curriculum I was telling you about, as far as getting into all those. We're actually, while we're up there, we're going to shoot to Indianapolis for the Circle City Classic. We got invited to that because we just did the Miles versus Fort Valley Classic in Birmingham, Alabama for the SIC conference. We actually partnered with them, so we do a lot of things with them. We also have a couple homecomings coming up, FAMU homecoming, Virginia State's homecoming. We're still actually we're working with Ford Motors right now.
Okay.
They're actually giving out a scholarship to HBCU students who apply for I want to say $75,000 scholarship to an HBCU student. To a kid wanting to attend an HBCU or a current HBCU student. So we're still pushing that and still kind of on tour with that. Man, we have a lot. You just have to tune in, go into our website, yardtalk101.com, and we have all the information on there. You actually can look us up on YouTube at Yard Talk 101. That's where all our shows where you can subscribe on that, and then of course get our shows coming through there. So every time we have something, you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Yard Talk 101. That way you can stay current and up to date with other HBCUs and other HBCU outlets that we promote and provide that's on there. So
that's some great things, you know.
Yes, sir.
As you travel this road of life, how do you see life in itself? You know what I'm saying? As far as, I mean, how do you handle the things, the pressure that deals with in life?
Well, by always wanting to help and give back, me personally keeping myself sane and staying close to God. I have to at least pray when I wake up, talk to him. When times look rough for me, but then someone calls on me with an even bigger problem, let me get my mind right first, and then let me help and put my issue to the side. So that's what really gets me through. That and calling my grandfather, Carl Jones, and my grandmother Jessie. Anything going on with me as far as, you know, me feeling down or anything like that, and to get over that hump, I call him because I know he's gonna give me the best advice. He's gonna let me know the bigger picture. Let me figure out the problem within itself while he helps me out, guides me. So that's how I really get through it.
Mr. Welch, in your short lifetime, I know you've had to deal with a lot of challenges. Tell the audience about one of the challenges, how you dealt with it, and how you came back, you know.
Well, one of my challenges is me coming from a junior college and me having a degree. I attended Livingstone College, great college. It was it's a family-oriented college. Came playing basketball under Coach Stinson, which is one of my mentors. So the challenge was after playing basketball, finishing, getting a degree. A lot of athletes tend to play college ball in any sport or play any college sport. And once they feel the need that they're done and they don't have that education behind them, they say, oh, well, I can come back. My thing was sticking with it. All my credits didn't transfer right over like I wanted to at first. So the challenge was me having to stay an extra year. My mentality was I upset, yes, but the thing was I wasn't going to give up. I was going to finish it with a degree, whether it was that year, the next year, or the year after that. Not giving up was the key thing, knowing that I'm supposed to be out pursuing and doing other things, but I'm still here that was the biggest challenge. But keying in on just staying focused, knowing that there was a bigger goal ahead, knowing that if I gave up, what kind of message am I sending to my high school students in Upper Bound? What am I sending to the elementary kids at Eisenberg Elementary? I'm not setting a key example for them if I just give up. So my thing was sticking with it, showing the commitment, showing the dedication, showing up, smiling every day, not letting them see that it's a challenge having to come, knowing that I'm supposed to be out trying to help, you know. So that was a key challenge. But overcoming that, getting my social work degree at Livingstone was a challenge, but then it was a reward because of the work.
Okay. Hypothetical question, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm in college. I'm a sophomore.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the star football player. I have the opportunity to go to the pros after the season right here.
Okay.
What would be your advice? Should I go pro or should I finish going through the entire college career?
Okay. Well, my advice would tell you to look at the pros and cons. Okay, now you going pro, money, things like that. Now say you get hurt in the off season. We all have seen mistakes happen. Get hurt in the off season, get hurt. What backup plan are you gonna have? Now, you can either go pro and still have that commitment, finish out your degree, take online classes, make a way around it if you're gonna go that professional route. But it's also benefits in sticking with it. You can progress yourself as an athlete, staying in college, and then you can still get, because if you're a pro scout now, in a couple years when you better yourself, you can be a pro scout as well. So just try to show both sides and kind of let them choose and see what decision they make. Not necessarily make a decision for them, but just give them the pros and cons of both situations.
But what if I get injured in college?
Well, see, the thing
and
is,
I can't make it to the pros.
But the thing is, if you get injured in college, you're still in college. So you can still go for that degree. And with that degree, you can still live the same lifestyle you wanted to live as if you were a pro. Now, you might not make as much money, but you will still have that foundation of something in the bag, something that's a guaranteed for you.
Oh, because I'm going to be signing that guaranteed $50 million contract.
Well,
I mean, that's guaranteed right there.
Well,
so
the thing is, sign the contract, but then stick with the course of graduating, getting that degree, show that commitment. Because the thing is, just because you left that university per se, doesn't mean you can't do online learning.
Correct.
There's still online curriculum, there's still online colleges, there's things like that. So the thing is, stick with that same path of, I'm going to get that degree.
Correct.
While I still chase my dream. Because I'm going to tell you, still chase your dream. But also still show that commitment, because like I said, be that person that people can say, oh, he still did this, he still played ball, but he also still got his degree in that time. You hear about a lot of athletes who finish, leave college early, but then next, they go back and get their degree. A lot of famous people leave high school early, and still some go back and get a GED or a high school degree, just to show, well, you know what, I did it. I did that commitment. I stick with it, no matter the length of time.
When you're talking to a high school student, what type of conversation would you have them about going into college? What should they expect, and what should they do and not do?
Well, I tell them to expect the distractions. You're going to expect there's going to be a lot of parties, going to be a lot of people trying to get you to do this, that, and the other. My thing is, a lot of kids like that freedom of being able to go out when they want to, stay up as late as they want to, have whoever they have over if they want to. The thing is, if they want to keep that freedom, show that responsibility, you have to stay in college. The only way to stay in college is if you keep good grades. Only way to keep good grades is if you study. So it all holds in with each other. If you study, keep good grades, you can do what you want to do. Can't nobody say anything to you. As long as you're not getting into trouble, doing anything illegal. A lot of kids it's called time management or managing yourself. Homework during this time, chill during this time. I usually go to the cab during this time. So showing them, a high school student, to kind of manage themselves. You're away from home, so you don't have that mother saying, hey, it's time for this, it's time for that. Showing that you're responsible, you know what I mean? Letting them know that you're going to have ups and downs, you're going to have rough times, you're going to need to lean on someone, but that your mother or someone is just a call away. So telling them to kind of embrace themselves that first year and learn who they are, being on their own for that first time.
It sounds like you're kind of like a mentor. You can be like a mentor to some of these kids. How does that feel like to be a mentor to these promising youth?
I love it. I love it. It's one of my things where I love going back to Salisbury and seeing my high school kids run up to me and tell me this was going on, this was going on. I love running into their parents and they say, oh, my youngest kid was talking about you. Or I love running into people and they say, oh, you're Darius. Oh, my son's in your so-and-so in Upper Bound. This is my nephew. So I love that because that brings you closer to the community because the kids are the community. You have their parents, you have their grandparents in that community, you have their uncles, you have their aunties. So getting to them and showing their parents the loyalty you have towards their kid opens up their hearts and open up their eyes. So then you can go and help them out. They trust in coming into you for your kids. I love when my parents call me and say, you need to talk to so-and-so. Say no more, man. I'll be right on it. I'll call him right now. I love when I see my kid on the street and I tell him, get in the car. And I sit there and talk to them and guide them in that right way, give them that right speech, that right talk, and let them know, hey, I'm still here. Don't think that since I didn't move here, I'm still not going to come check on you.
Okay, Mr. Welch, we're running out of time. If anybody want to get in contact with you, how would they do it?
Oh, you can get in contact with me at yardtalk101.com, or you can go to our email, yardtalk101.gmail. You can get at me at our DMs, yardtalk101 on Instagram.
Thank you, Mr. Welch. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching the show, and you be encouraged. Thank you.